I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. Okay, that was easy because we said that slow. Let's do it faster. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. Wristwatch. Tongue twisters. And this happens in every single language. When we try to say similar sounding words in the same sentence, our brain messes up and it cannot keep up with our mouth. Thus, we make very silly mistakes, which are very fun to laugh at. A tongue twister is a phrase that is designed to be difficult to articulate and also can be used as a spoken word game. Additionally, they can also be used as exercises to improve your accent and fluency. Now you may tell me, how is that an exercise, Ishika? Well, let me tell you. You know how we do cardio and different types of exercises to keep our body in shape? Just like that, tongue twisters are like oral workouts that help keep our accent in shape. Studies have shown that most of the people who have a very neat and clean accent, they tend to practice a lot of tongue twisters daily. And so today, me, Ishika Mahjabin, I am going to explain you guys what is a tongue twister and how do you keep up with the tongue twisters. It has been seen that tongue twisters are very hard for the native speakers as well. So if you keep them in practice, nothing is ever impossible. I myself live in Bangladesh, and every day I try to practice tongue twisters so that I have a very, very rich accent. Every single language in this world have their own tongue twisters. But as English is a global language and we all almost know this language, right? So let's start with English tongue twisters. The first tongue twister that I have in my mind is she sells seashells by the seashore. It is known among almost everyone because when we were small kids, most of us read this one in our English textbooks. She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay, I said that slow, that's why it was very easy for me. Let's try to make it a bit faster. She sells seashells by the seashore. 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 Okay, I did not make any mistakes because I keep these tongue twisters in practice almost every day. But if you make any mistakes, I'll give you one tip. Slow down, look into your mirror and try to say them again and again and again. And like that, you can be perfect in almost every single tongue twister. The thing with the she sells seashells by the seashore tongue twister is people mix the SH of the she and the sells, the S of the sells. So people just, make mistakes like seashells or she sells. They mix that up and the entire meaning of the sentence changes. So we have to make sure that we keep practicing it again and again and again to get that into the perfect frame. Okay, let's move on to the first one that I was talking about. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. Okay, I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. That's a very normal sentence if I have a watch from Ireland or something. But let's try to say it fast because that is a tongue twister. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. Wristwatch. That's not a big deal. Just laugh it off and keep saying it again and again. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. See, as I kept saying it, I made less mistakes. Just like that, you have to say it again and again and again to make sure that this comes to a perfection. A lot of us may have problems in pronouncing a few letters or words, and there are almost a lot of tongue twisters for every single pronunciation problem out there. So find which one is perfect for you and try to practice it again and again. For the people who are having problems with pronouncing the word P, there is one, and it's very famous, that is, Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. That goes with a very famous Bangla tongue twister that I don't want to say it right now. I think all of you have guessed that. So let's try the Peter Piper. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. A pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, where's the pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? So that is about a guy named Peter Piper, picking a pack of pickled peppers and going somewhere. But let's just focus on the tongue twister right now. So Peter Piper picked up pack of pickled peppers. A pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, where's the pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? That was very easy for me because I promise you, I practice this every single day in front of the mirror, and that's why I have almost zero mistakes. I just get stuck sometimes in the middle because I start thinking about some other stuff, but that's fine. That's totally fine. We all zone out as humans, but if you keep practicing one tongue twister again and again, you will get this to be perfect the next few times you say it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Okay, let's say that faster. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. I said that twice, but I tried to say it as fast as I could, so you can guess that the more you practice, the more better it's gonna get. As humans, we always want to be perfect. So tongue twister is basically gonna help you pronounce some words in a much more better way. It's also a very good exercise for your tongue and other muscles that are included when you talk. And most importantly, when we have problems in a few speeches, it's gonna help us to overcome those problems or the pronunciation problems for those speeches. Almost all the public speaker that you see in TEDx and different types of, public speaking stages, almost all of them try to practice tongue twisters to make sure that they are perfect in front of the entire world. I'll give you a very important tip, that is, when you see a new tongue twister, or when you're new to a tongue twister, if you're hearing about tongue twister for the first time, you have to do one thing. When you see the tongue twister, try to say it slowly 5 to 6 times, just cope up with that tongue twister and then recognize it. And then when you're getting used to it, say it faster. First, you can say slow 2 times and then 3 times slowly, and then increase the pace and then say it more 3 times, 5 times, 10 times. The more you say it, the more less slurry it's gonna get and the more perfect it's gonna be. If you've watched this video up to now, I hope you're having a great day. I would also like to mention the English Mania 2 book. This is the 2nd edition, and I promise you, there are so many fascinating tongue twisters that is going to help you all along, with any single pronunciation problem that you have. It has a lot of other chapters too regarding the speech and presentation, IPA, puzzles, life hacks, and a lot of other things. This was written by David Solomon, and this book has helped me all along the way. And honestly, after I read this book, I learned so much new things that I didn't even knew existed. I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and I hope you watched the full video. We also have tongue twisters lives coming up for the children and the seniors, so stay tuned for that in English Olympiad page. Follow us, and please make sure to give this video a like. Thank you very much for staying with me. This was Ishika Mahjabin speaking to you the whole time. Stay safe and don't forget to wear a mask.